Hello, welcome to this week's training. I'm really excited to dive deep into the 5 Ps every business needs to scale. And if you are new here or this is the first time joining, my name is Cassidy Arbelli. I love to help women in business like you build and scale freedom-based businesses that allow your business to run without it solely relying on you. And we're here today because if you are like many of my clients and maybe how I was in the beginning, you didn't start your business to work long hours, deal with constant chaos, and feel like your business owns you. You started it for freedom and the freedom to live your life on your own terms, which thankfully I've been able to do with 5 different businesses in different industries, be able to build multi-7-figure businesses while barely working. And that allowed me to live life on my own terms while building something impactful and profitable. And that is what I'm here to help all of you do. And the truth is that scaling a successful business and a self-brand business isn't just magic. It's not about just waving a magic wand or having specific skills that maybe I have that somebody else doesn't have. It's really based off of formula. So today, what we're going to do is we are going to be going over the 5 Ps of my business freedom formula. If your business isn't growing or you're feeling burnt out, your problem probably lies in one of these areas. And I have created this business freedom formula because it was based off of the struggles that I had, the things that I went through, and realizing that these 5 Ps are really the parts of a business that allows for freedom, allows for scalability, allows to make more profit and really grow your business. So let's go into the first one. The first P is all about planning. Planning is about having a clear roadmap to guide your business's growth. And without a plan, you're just reaching to what comes at you. It feels chaotic. Things are happening by default. And maybe you're seeing some success, but you really don't have the clarity of where your business is going, how you're going to get there, who are the people that are going to help you, how to make it profitable. And it's definitely the number one surefire way to stay stuck in the grind, to feel like you're just constantly on like a hamster wheel and just getting stuck in that grind, right? And so let's break down a little bit about what planning means in your business and how you can start taking action to get better at this. First, you want to start with your vision of what freedom looks like to you. This is something that we do in our Women in Business membership, and we talk about teaching you how to figure out what your freedom levers are. And your freedom levers are really about what are the things that are important to me, because each of us has different priorities and different things that we feel like are important to us in our lives. And if you don't get clarity and define what that is, what are the levels of different pieces of what a freedom life looks like to you that you can identify and then make sure that once you have the plan, you can align everything that you're doing in your business to give you that freedom life, right? And that looks like looking at your life and your business. What does that look like a year from now, 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 10 years from now? And if I had the perfect business, what kind of freedom would it bring me? The next thing that's important to do when you're planning is to set measurable goals. Obviously, right, 2025 is right around the corner. We're all thinking about what does this next year look like for us, and creating revenue targets, profit goals, looking at the number of hours that you're working each week and how you want to be living your life in the compound of your business, and what does that exactly mean for you? And so one of the other things that we do in the Women in Business membership is we create something called a North Star document. And this is a 1-page document where we iron out all of our goals for the year. What are the core focuses that we have so that we can laser focus on the things we're working on right now, whether it's projects, whether it's pieces of your business that you want to be working on and getting solidified, your core values, the organizational chart of your business, what your vision is, and all the core KPIs that you need to be measuring as far as your goals go and as far as your annual goals that you're saying that you want to reach. When it comes to each department and inside the people that are working your organizational chart, what are the things and metrics you need to be measuring as far as the tasks that you're doing? And so this amazing document called the North Star document really gives you that North Star clarity of here's where we're going. Here's what we're focused on. Here's how we're going to do this. Here's who's going to be doing it with us. And what are the things we're going to be doing and measuring in order for us to all be on the same page. So having this 1-pager and planning this out ahead of time really allows you to gain clarity and know exactly what you need to be doing and focused on. But it also helps you communicate with your team and having it all on one page so that everybody in your organization can be on the same page. The next thing that you want to be doing when you're thinking about planning for your business is breaking down the things that you're saying are the important goals that you want to reach, the core focuses that you want to work on first. What is that 90-day plan? Why? Because 90 days is long enough to make meaningful progress and keep you focused and lasered on what you need to be doing, but short enough to be able to stay flexible in the things that are happening in your business. And sometimes there's things that happen that we can't control, right? And so we do this in the membership with something that I created called goal mapping. We create the goal and we map out and reverse engineer exactly with, here are the goals that I have, let's just say for 2025 or in my business for the next 3 to 5 years. And I'm going to reverse engineer all the things that need to happen in order for that to become a reality. And we put that into a 90-day plan that really breaks down exactly what you need to be doing every single day. And we'll get into that in just a little bit with one of the other P's on how that all rolls out. So this looks something like this. We have our goal mapping. We do our 90-day goal. What are the different tasks and things that you need to be doing month over month in those 90 days? Here's what a North Star document looks like. And then we really take all of this and put it into the context of time when we're planning our week and being really productive. So again, we can take the high level vision of what our goals are and what we're doing and break that down into exactly what we need to be doing hour per hour, week by week. Okay. The next P, or before we move on to the next P, excuse me, planning is all about understanding that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. And without having the clarity of what the plan looks like, what is the North Star? Where are we going? What does this mean for our business? You're stuck still again spinning your wheels because we don't have a roadmap of what it is we need to be doing. The next P in the 5 Ps is processes. And processes is all about taking that plan and now attaching it to how are we going to do this? What is the system? What is the process? So processes are the systems that keep your business running smoothly. They're the step-by-step methods for how things are going to get done. Once we have the plan, we can start breaking that plan down into the different processes and systems of the step-by-step methods that we plan and we are putting into place so that we can take easy action that align with the plan and the goals that we have set in place, right? And so how does this break down? When you're looking at creating processes in your business, the first thing you want to do is you want to look at where are the bottlenecks in your business. And I've talked about this before in something called the theory of constraints. Where is the constraint in your business? Is this something that is repetitive tasks that need to be created into a process that are happening recurringly in your business? Or are these areas of things that seem to constantly go wrong? Maybe you need to increase your scale. Maybe there are some systems and processes that need to be put in place. So figuring out what is your current constraint and starting there with creating processes and systems in your business, but always keeping the plan in mind when you're doing this. So it all connects with each other. And then as you figure out what that is, you're going to document the process of what it is, the step-by-step method that you're deciding, this is how it needs to be done. This is how we're going to do this, and start with a simple checklist of how each task is going to get done. We do this by teaching you how to create something called a process chart, which I'm just going to show you in a minute, kind of what that looks like. And in the process chart, it really breaks down the what, the who, the when, the how, and having that systematized in our business so that there's no questions about how we're going to get something done, what the current focus is, again, based off of the plan that we've done. The next thing is obviously implementing some software, some tools to make your life easier, whether it's project management software, things like Monday or Notion, which I've talked about many times before, and trying to realize what tasks are we doing in the business that are inside the processes of the things that we do repetitively that we might be able to automate or that we might be able to use for emailing or scheduling or whatever that might look like for you and your business. And so we use Monday.com to track all of the things happening in our business. And we use Notion for our kind of overall organization database for training purposes, for tracking purposes, for different things like that. So whatever tools you might have used or want to use, Monday and Notion are not the only ones. They're my favorite ones, but this is how we do this. And this is what we teach you to use and kind of the theory behind using them too. So no matter what software you decide to use to kind of help you with creating your team hub, your training platform, your area where you're tracking things that are happening in your business that align with, here are the tasks that we're doing, and here are the tracking processes that we want to attach with the processes and the activities that we are doing, right? There's got to be a place for you to be tracking all the things that you're doing in the processes so that you can see what's working well and what's not working well. Here is an example of a process chart. Different departments in your business are always going to fall into one of these 4 categories, whether it's marketing, lead generation, visibility, getting yourself out there, your branding, all the different activities and tasks that you need to do with getting potential clients and leads into your business. Once you've got those leads, you then have to sell them your services, your products, etc. And so all the sales activities would fall in there. And then you need to fulfill that sold product service offer. And so then you're going to have customer service, product fulfillment, things like that in regards to you got a lead, you sold them the promise, and now you need to fulfill that, right? After that, you have your business administrative stuff like accounting and licenses and possible vendors, your HR, all the different things that a business needs as far as administration and administrative tasks go. And so you can see here in the process chart, we have broken those down into the different categories and departments of the business. We say, here is what the things you need to be doing are. Here are assigned who the people are that need to be doing that. When do these things need to get done? And then the how. And the how is going to include either outlines, checklists, video trainings, maybe that's different resources that you might have, and being able to really see each person on what the status of their training is. Are they trained on this? What is the priority of the different SOPs that you have, standardized operating procedures, which is what the processes are going to be under your systems, and being able to have a place to do this. Now, this is a screenshot of something that we have in Monday. Again, you can do this in multiple softwares. If we go back just talking about once you've created your process chart, what are the tools that you're going to use? It could even be as simple as just having an Excel sheet in the beginning just to get yourself started. But you're going to look at what is your current constraint, starting with documenting the process to solve that constraint with your systems, and then figuring out who are the people, when do they need to be doing this, and then how. Processes in your business, this P is all about having a business that doesn't own you, you own it. You are telling the business what needs to happen. You are the CEO and the leader. You know where it is that you want to go once you've made the plan and you've worked out what are the processes and systems to systematize your operations to give you that freedom that you said you wanted. Once you have a plan and once you have processes, now you have to find people in your business. So the next P is people. You need to figure out the people in your business, your team, because they're your greatest asset. They are the right team that will allow you to scale while you step into being more of the CEO and not being another glorified employee. We didn't start our business to be working in our business all the time. We started our business to create freedom, to create wealth, to be able to step into a CEO role of working on your business and being the visionary. Your team are the people that are integrating the things that you say you want to do, how they're going to be done, and they're the ones taking the repetitive action day in and day out in your operations. Okay. Now, when we're talking about building people and this third P in the 5 Ps, we want to be hiring for roles and not just people to complete tasks. So we want to think about what your business needs long term and not just the immediate help, having a bigger vision, because when you are just in the doing and having all these operational things that need to be happening every day, you may find a constraint that maybe does need immediate help. But it's really important for you to go kind of above and beyond that and become more of someone looking at the overall 30,000-foot vision and create an organizational chart in your business saying, here is how I want the people in my business to flow. Here are the different roles that we have. Here are the different departments that we have. Here are the different processes that we need these people to complete on a regular basis. And you will want to create an organizational chart for that. Now, who you hire first might be for your immediate need, but being able to understand how the organization is meant to work as a whole. What does that flow look like? Who are the roles and the people that you want in your business? And even if that means adding in their future hires and things that might need to happen in the future, you will start building your team based off what you need immediately. But it's really important for you to have an organizational chart. This also helps when you communicate with your team and as you're hiring and all the things, so that your team understands what the flow is. Who are the people that need to be doing what in your business? Now, once you have your organizational chart, you have your titles, you figure out who are the people you need, what does that flow look like? You're going to then want to define clear expectations for each team member in each role and include KPIs, which are key performing indicators, that came off of your North Star that you said, here are the things that we need to focus on, here are the KPIs we need to be measuring and we need to be doing regularly. And we teach you how to do this as far as creating something called position contracts. Now, these are not legal binding contracts. This is literally you listing out what your expectations are, defining what the role is, and what are the metrics and results that you want this person in this role to take ownership of. And they're agreeing that they understand the expectation. It's a great way for you to get really clear on what each role this is in the business and what that person needs to be doing as they're playing the position that they have taken ownership of, right? The next thing that we also teach you and we also share is about developing your leadership skills so you can inspire and empower your team to take ownership. This is not just about getting people's butts in seats, having them complete tasks, and now you have a team that is doing things. This is really about building a team that each person in each role understands what they need to be doing, takes ownership of bringing those results, and that you then aren't the person that needs to be continually micromanaging them. There's a way to develop them and how to get them up the organizational chart if that's something that they're interested in, and them always being clear and understanding what taking ownership in their role is. And so we do that through creating an onboarding and team development plan. These are the things that are the initial things that need to happen when you are trying to build your powerhouse team. And so something that we provide in one of our programs called Agency by Design is we give you the entire team building processing template. Now, if you're just looking at this, it includes an organizational chart, your position contracts, compensation structure, how to recruit and interview people and how to get applicants, how to then hire and onboard them. What is your team training and development plan look like? What are your company's processes, like a process chart that we went over? What's the team culture about? How do you have a meeting structure? What's your meeting cadence in your business? And so having a team building process that includes the plan, the processes, and the people that are in your business so that it's very clear on exactly what they need to be doing, how they need to be doing it, and why we are doing this with your plan. The people part, the people component is because businesses do not move people. People move businesses. If you are someone who's doing this on your own, you know how hard it is for you to wear all the hats. It is important for us to work on scaling our business through building a powerhouse team in our organization. And while you may not be at that position right now, it's important for you to do the things that I'm talking about here with your 5 Ps and get yourself prepared so that you can start making those moves so that you are not the only one doing all the things forever. The right people in the right seats is the difference between a successful business and a struggling business. Moving on to the next P. This is P number 4. This is productivity. Productivity is all about managing your time and your energy as a CEO, but also teaching your team as you have these processes and these people in place in your business, how do you all become more efficient? How do you optimize your time? How do you ensure that you're focusing on the right things that you said are important, that you said are the focus, that your team is very clear on what those things are? How do we put that into the context of time and into the context of our input into the business to get maximum output, which would be the results that we want in our business? So it's about working smarter and not harder. And if you think about this, if you don't have a plan and you don't have processes and you don't have people, it's very hard for you to be really productive and have massive output and results in your business and scale your business because you are stuck just dealing with what's coming at you all the time. If you think about what I'm talking about when it comes to the 5 Ps, there's a reason they are in the order that they are in. If you don't have the plan, you can't create the processes. If you don't have the processes, you can't hire the right people and then give them the processes they need to be doing. And if you don't have the plan, people don't know why they're doing these processes and where it is the company is planning to go. And so once you have those 3 things first, you can now optimize all the hours that everyone's working, all the people that are in the organization. What are the ways that they're doing this? And is there better ways that we can work smarter, not harder? So productivity, when you're thinking about this, is focusing on high impact activities, the tasks only you can do to drive the business forward when you're thinking about yourself, or the tasks that each role in the business needs to be doing to drive the business forward. So some ways that we do this is we teach you how to do a time audit. We teach you how to create business routines in your business that each person can take ownership of. So again, kind of processes, but how do you take those processes and put them into a routine so that they're done on a consistent basis based off a calendar, based off a work schedule? And then what are the different projects that are happening in the business? How do you manage those projects, assigning them to people, communicate about the progress that are happening in there, or even just managing yourself? The next thing is setting boundaries to protect your time. This includes saying no to distractions, saying no to unnecessary things, because when you have your North Star document and you have decided what is the core focus, how do we put our blinders on, which is what creating core focuses does. After you've decided what your goals are for the year and you've told your team, these are the core focuses, these are the priorities right now, you're able to use that as a filter to say no to everything that's going to distract you and saying no to everything that is not going to move this focus forward. And so the way we do that is we teach you how to schedule tasks into your schedule. If you tell me I only have these many hours per week or in my day, or this is what my daily weekly schedule looks like, or depending on the different roles you have in your business, what is their schedule? What are the things they're working on? We teach you how to maximize the time and effort that everybody is putting into what they need to be doing. And we also teach you how to create a planning system that not just you, but also your team can use so that we know time is not being wasted and everything that we are doing has the most output that we can possibly control based off the activities that we're doing. And then you'll leverage tools like time blocking, batching, using prioritization to structure your day. And we do that with something called the goal mapping weekly planning process. So we teach you how to take everything, your plan, your processes, and your people, and putting them into the context of time. So again, you would have a goal mapping weekly planner. What are you doing within each month? What are those business routines that you're going to be working on? And then how does that go into hour by hour, week by week of the things that you're focused on when you're scheduling what you're going to be doing and when you're going to be doing it? Now, productivity, again, isn't about just doing more things. We are not here in the business to just keep adding more things to our plate. There are specific things that we need to be doing in business, and it's about doing less to make more. How do we then again hone in on the things that are actually making us money, that optimizing the efforts of our people, optimizing the way they're doing things with our processes, and making sure all of that is aligned with the plan that we put in place. Okay, moving on to the last and final P, which is my favorite, because at the end of the day, we are here to build a profitable business. So the last P is profit. And profit is the lifeblood of your business. We are not here to be a charity. We are here to make money unapologetically for the sake of making money because we want it. No qualms about that, right? But your profit is the results that you have in your business from everything that you're trying to do. And that allows you to reinvest, it allows you to grow, it allows you to scale, and it allows you to create that freedom we talked about when we were talking about the plan. And if you don't know what that freedom is, it's very hard to see that the profit is happening and aligned to that plan, right? And so when it comes to profit, the things that you want to be focused on and thinking about is tracking your metrics. What are your metrics? What metrics should you even be tracking in your business? Things like revenue, profit margins, your cash flow. You can't improve things you don't measure. And that goes with everything. That goes with the KPIs in your business, the processes in your business, how people are doing in your business, how well the systems are working. Anything that you're measuring in your business will not improve if you don't measure it because you don't know what's happening. And so when it comes to the money of the business, which is the most important part, we need to be tracking our metrics. We do that by teaching you a process called Money Monday. And this is something that we teach in Agency by Design, but we also go through in Women in Business. Now, the next piece is once you know kind of what's happening, you have a routine and a process for Money Monday, you're tracking your metrics, you're looking at the different things that are important to you, you're measuring those things. You then need to work on optimizing your expenses as well as optimizing how much revenue you are bringing in. So looking for areas where you're overspending without adding value to your business and making things better for your business, as well as analyzing, here are the ways we are making money in the business Maybe it's 80% of our revenue and income come from these 5 things. Why are we wasting our time on another thing that isn't actually working? But if you don't measure, you don't know that, right? And so looking and analyzing your return on investment, all the different things that you're doing and that you're investing in financially, are they bringing you back revenue? And if so, by how much? And also taking a look at profit generating activities that you're doing in your business. What activities are you doing that are actually bringing in revenue or increasing profit? And how does that work when it comes to your roles that you have in your business? If we go back to the people section, we want to talk about when we're creating an organizational chart and we're creating compensation structures and we're creating position contracts, what are the roles that are generating revenue into our business? And is that person covering their seat in the business? Do they understand how their role generates revenue into the business? And how are we tracking that? And what does that look like? How do we continue to optimize that piece? And then lastly, you want to focus on scalable revenue streams, obviously, like I talked about before. That could mean creating new products, memberships, services, adding different product lines into your business. What other services can you provide that maybe don't really require more involvement on your part or more involvement on your team's part, but that can really increase the revenue? And the way to do that, again, is by knowing your numbers. So you start with tracking them, knowing what you need to measure, analyzing the numbers that you are measuring, and then knowing what those are to your core. I can tell you in every single business how much revenue we're making, what are our monthly operating expenses to the penny, which products and services are making us the most money, which positions are bringing us the most revenue, which ones are costing us money, which ones are making us money, what are the percentages there. I can tell you what my profit margin is in every single business at any time. It is so important that you work on this. And I do find that a lot of business owners get so stuck in the other P's that they don't have time, energy, or understanding of what they need to be doing to really keep track of their profit. And at the end of the day, this is the number one most important thing. You cannot control your profit. You cannot work on trying to do the things you need to do, the plan, the processes, the people, optimizing productivity to get profitable if you don't have those first 4 P's. Okay. But many times business owners start making money and they start doing activities and things start rolling, and they don't take the time to really see how they can optimize the profitability and the scalability of the business. And so profit is a huge piece of this. And so, for example, here are some metrics that you need to measure in your business: revenue by product type, maybe even by salesperson, even by people on your team, your operating expenses like your marketing budget, your office rent, the software that you're using. What are the things that you need to be spending money on or that you are spending money on to help your business grow? Your payroll, the return on investment on your team, what is your profit margin? Right here is just a quick screenshot of what we've got in Monday.com to really tell us where our sales are at, where are the sales coming from as far as marketing, how much of the business are we closing, what's our sales ratio, our closing ratio, depending on the producer, the sales producer, the team member, right? So having these metrics, I am able to go back and say, okay, I know my numbers. Let me take a look at what the numbers are telling me. What things can we shift? What is making the most sense as far as our return on investment? And these are things that I do in my routine on Money Monday that I teach you. So profit isn't just about making money. It's about building a sustainable business that funds your freedom, which is our number one goal in creating a freedom-based business. This is why we created the business freedom formula, which includes these 5 P's, because if you're able to take every single one of these P's and really maximize them and build them, you will build a freedom-based business. It is the business freedom formula. Okay, I keep saying freedom a lot, I know, but it's important for you to understand that. So as we go back to the 5 P's, like I mentioned in the beginning, your business isn't growing or you're feeling burnt out, your problem probably lies in one of these P's. So please take a moment and let me know in the comments, which P do you feel like you are stuck in? If we're taking a moment and just analyzing what we've kind of learned and what I've gone over, what is the constraint that you currently have in your business? What is the constraint? Where's the bottleneck? What is the P that is the most important thing that you know, if you could solve this thing right now, would really help the rest of your business flow, would really help you start scaling? Is it not having people? Is it having people, but them not having the systems and processes? Is it maybe you've created systems and processes and you've got people, but nobody actually knows where we're going in the business? And so you really need to go back to planning. Maybe it's you've got the first 4 P's and you really need to focus on how do you become more profitable in scaling and optimizing your business. Where are you stuck? And as you kind of comment and let me know, you're again identifying and you're spending some time analyzing your business, which is the most important piece of what a CEO does. They are the visionary. They are the people that are going to drive everything forward. So I hope this has helped understanding what those 5 P's are and that business freedom formula. I have shared a lot on the different ways we kind of do this and teach you in the different products and offers that we have that we work with our clients to really get them to work on these 5 P's and build their business. But I also wanted to talk to you about what does this look like moving forward? Because you are here because you obviously feel the need to work on building your business, right? You clearly see the value of what you're learning already in just this training or being part of our world or being part of our groups and our audience and, being part of the things that we do. And the thing is I can show you all the tools, all the technology, all the templates, give you the routines, give you everything that you possibly need. But if you don't do the work and take the action, nothing is going to change. If you don't do something, you're going to still be where you currently are. And we are not about that here, right? We are here for the action takers. We are here for the people that are ready to explode in 2025, that know they are meant for more, that have built this business for freedom. Those are the people that I'm talking to. And so what I want to do is if you want help learning how to build a freedom-based business, if you're struggling with any of these 5 P's and would love to have some help and tools and templates and all the different things that I've created and helped hundreds of clients do up until now, I'm offering you a 30-minute complimentary call where I can share with you the 20 plus different offers that we have that can help you explode in 2025. And also really get to know a little bit about your business and see if it would be beneficial for you to invest in something that would really help you. And as we're moving into this next year, this is the perfect time to get yourself positioned to do this. So if you enjoyed any trainings we've ever done, our YouTube channel, our podcast, following us on social, being part of any of our boot camps or masterminds or masterclasses that we've done in the past, come to any of our events. And it's like, I know this is the time. If you enjoyed this, imagine what working with us can do for your business. So this is a QR code. Take out your phone, scan that QR code, book a call with me. We'll talk for 30 minutes. I'll get to know a little bit about your business. You'll get to know about the different things that we offer. And even if you don't take any action in working with us, in 30 minutes, I can help give you a ton of strategy that you can then go and do on your own if that's something that you want to do. So again, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you understanding the 5 P's of the business freedom formula has helped you maybe identify an area you need to be working on. And if you want our help, make sure you scan that QR code and book a call. My schedule fills up really quick. And I would be really excited to get to know a little bit more about you and hopefully see if there's ways we can help you explode your business in 2025. Otherwise, thank you for hanging out, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one.